My name is Tom Rosenstiel, and I am the Eleanor Merrill Visiting Professor on the future of journalism here at Merrill College. At Merrill, you're going to learn the fundamentals of how to be a journalist and what are the ethical responsibilities of journalism. But when you get into the workplace, you're going to find that you're frustrated by some of the things that legacy operations are doing. And even that startups are doing. You're going to be in touch with the next audience in ways that the people that you work for are not. And having the skills to bring your new ideas to life is an important part of being a journalist today. When I was in journalism school, we were just trying to learn what the previous generations did. That's really all there was to it. The idea that you were going to invent something new didn't really enter into it. It was like we were trying to match our footprints in the snow in the footprints that were already there. And the thing that's exciting about being a journalist now is that you don't have to do that. You're going to invent better ways to tell stories, better ways to connect people. You're going to broaden the definition of journalism to be community creation and not just information distribution. But you need skills about how to transform the organizations that you're working at to make that happen. And that's part of why I came here, to try and teach those skills. You know, there's a skill set to trying to transform legacy operations, but there's something inspiring and renewing about talking to young people who are not looking backwards. They're only looking forwards, and you know, the generation of people who are at Merrill are going to invent the next journalism. They're going to sort our way through this, and I wanted to be part of that. One course is on the future of the business, and it's really teaching people change management. It's teaching them the skills of how to change an organization once they're already there. It's a little different than entrepreneurship. I don't think that most people who go into journalism are actually going to start their own companies and be entrepreneurs in a classic sense. This is about how to take new ideas and make them happen. The other class is called the Changing Norms of Journalism, and it's really going to take students through core fundamental ideas about journalism, from objectivity to what does telling the truth mean, what role does one's personal identity play in being a journalist, and help people think those ideas through for themselves so that they own them, that they're not just listening to something that somebody is handing down to them, and give those ideas new life for themselves and shape the way they go ahead and pursue them in their career. You know, what being a journalist means is being changed by the way that audiences consume news and information. The trust crisis that we face as journalists. All of this alters not what our responsibilities are, but how we fulfill those responsibilities. So you've got to really understand these core concepts and what they mean to live up to those fundamentals in new ways. So we know what the problems facing journalism are, and the industry is past that kind of period of denial where they think that somehow the past is going to come back and things will just magically restore themselves. And people and journalism schools are really interested in developing the tools for students to invent a new future. We also know, because of the crisis facing democracies around the world, how important journalism is. Journalism, by its nature, is a democratizing force. It puts more information, useful information, and true information in the hands of people. It creates a public square where conversation and compromise become possible. There couldn't be a more important time for that than there is now. The other thing is the bloom is off the technology rose. There are a lot of people who 10 years ago would have said, I want to go to Silicon Valley and make the world better. And I think the delusion that's embedded in that notion that if you get up and are in a place where you're just trying to make money, that you're going to naturally make the world better because you're creating some new technology, some marginal new tweak to an app or something. That was never true, but that mythology existed. And so lots of people have moved out of technology and are coming into journalism, coming into civic spaces to use their digital skills for purposes other than flipping a company.